you for all has joined. So as you've seen in the title, today is going to be a palette bingo. And I'm going to be using It's a Mood from ColourPop. Now, everything may look a little backwards to you. That is perfectly fine. So, usually I do my palette bingos just by myself, or I do like a main video. But I don't really have time to edit, and this is actually for a prompt on Instagram. And I really just want to have you guys be on the journey with me. I hope this goes well. I have no idea how it's gonna go, to be honest. So yeah, this is what the outside looks like, and then this is what the inside looks like. This is my favorite ColourPop palette, actually. I enjoy this ColourPop palette quite a bit, and it has quite a bit of colors, so that's why I decided to use this palette. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have about 30 shades in this palette. I'm going to be using 6 shades. So I'm going to be using my random number January. Why am I blanking? Okay, you know what? It's all good. And if you're just joining, thank you. And you can also watch this afterwards. I will be uploading this on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm super excited for this. As I said, I don't usually go live doing these palette bingos, but I just decided to take you guys on this journey. Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. I don't know for sure how it's gonna go, but that's besides the point. So as I said, I'm gonna be doing a random number generator, and I'm gonna be doing 6 shades. Okay, let's see where we're at. Okay. And as I said, it's going to look backwards to you just because, yeah, I'm facing the way so I can see what the comments are like or whatever. So I'll be doing 6, and there are 30 shades. So let me do 30. Okay, and this is what it looks like. I just want to show you guys so that way it doesn't look like I'm cheating or anything. And as I said, it's going to look backwards, but that is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and generate, and we got 5 right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and choose the 5th spot. And what I usually do is I go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have you and I right here. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it so that way I remember what color I picked. And this is a terracotta type of brown color. So this is what it looks like. Thank you for joining. So we have that one. So that is the first one. Now we're going to go ahead and generate the second color. And we have 11. So we're going to go ahead and choose 11 in the palettes. And we're going to choose it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we have this beautiful blue. Oh, and it's a shimmer. I'm super happy because I was hoping I wouldn't get an all shimmer or an all matte look. I like a variety of things. So this is what the color story is looking like so far. So it's not too bad. So yes, okay. So let's go for the third color now. And we have 26 right there. And as I said, it's going to look backwards to you guys, but I don't think that's much of a deal. So we're going to do 26. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So we have this deeper color, which I'm actually really glad about. So that way we have something to deepen up the look. And this is like a burgundy type of color. It's actually really pretty, if I'm going to be honest with you. Hi, Jevin. Thank you for joining. So this is what the color story looks like so far. This isn't actually too bad. I can definitely work with this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the 4th color now. Thank you. So we're going to be doing 6 colors for this palette bingo. So we're going to be choosing the 4th one now. And I'm just doing a random generator, and we got 1 right there. And it is, ooh, it's a shimmer. Really, really happy about that. It is the shimmer right here. I love shimmers. So this so far, I subbed. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will definitely check out your channel also. I love checking out the people channel that are on here, that are active. And this is what it's looking like so far. As I said, not too bad. Workable-ish. I don't know. I'm hoping we get something a little bit more colorful. It looks a little neutral to me. Okay, let's do the 5th color. And we have 17 right there. So we're going to go ahead and do the 17th color. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, okay. A blue. Not too bad. My videos are not good. Oh, that's okay. That is totally okay. My videos weren't good either to start out with, so it is all good. So this is what it's looking like. Not too bad. Not too bad. I don't really know how I feel about this, but we will work with it. And now for the last shade. It is 7 right here. So we'll pick the 7th shade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm putting on my hand so you can see what the color story is. So that way, in case you forgot what colors I'm doing, and plus I forget, this is the color story that we're going to be working with. It is a little bit more neutral than I thought, but I'm not mad about it either. So let's go ahead and get started with the palette bingo. I did not do my other makeup. I usually do my face makeup after my eyes because sometimes I get some fallout and I really don't feel like having to you know, redo my makeup. And in case if this goes south, then I'll just redo the whole look, but we will see how it goes. So yes, let me go ahead and get my brushes ready. Why? Okay, I'm sad because only 4 people. This should have like 100,000 likes. Oh, it's okay. I'm a small channel, so I don't really mind, to be honest. It's all good. It really is. I really don't mind. But even if one person is here and one person likes, I'm happy, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just finding the brush that I'm going to use to do my crease. So yes, we're going to be doing the palette bingo part. And just clean off my brush so that way we have a clean brush. Okay, so I think I'm going to actually start with this color right here. It is a neutral color, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that in my crease. So I'm just going to pat it. It may not look like anything right now, but that's because it is a neutral color, and it's just a transition shade. As I said, this is mostly, I'm happy to be here. Thank you. I really appreciate it. This is really just a neutral color story, so I'm gonna have to like really put my mind to this, but I don't mind at all. So yeah, as I said, you probably won't see this color because it's just a transition shade, but it will help with the look coming together later. And I might also just put it on my lid. I'm not so sure yet if I'm going to put it on my lid. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with that. As I said, this is a palette bingo, so when it comes to palette bingos, I kind of just go for it. Kind of trust the process type of deal, which is majority of the time that I do my looks, to be honest anyways. I'm going to leave, so bye. Okay, that's fine. You can totally leave. If you've got something to do, that is totally okay. But when you joined, thank you so much. And if you have to leave, you gotta leave. It is all right with me. Life happens. So yeah, this is kind of was a last thought type of thing. So I wasn't so sure if I was gonna do this. So I didn't really warn anybody about it. But thank you for joining anyways. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. Like I said, it's not much right now. I'm just basically doing the transition for the crease. And we do have a little bit too dark of mattes, so I'm not so sure what I'm going to really be doing with the mattes. I'm thinking, I have no idea. I really don't know what I'm going to be doing. Um, you know what? We'll just go for it. I think I might be doing the blue. I'm going to go ahead and get my other brush. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I don't know for sure what I'm going to be doing. But we'll go ahead and do that blue. Finding a good brush for this, because I have never had a color story like this. Let's just say that. This is definitely something different. So if you're just joining, thank you for joining. We're doing a palette bingo, as it says in the title. And if you want to leave a like, please do. If you want to subscribe, please do. But if you don't, you don't. It's all good. So we're going to go ahead and do that blue. I think that blue is probably one of the lighter ones. And I did do a transition shade, so that should help a little bit. Now, I'm not going to put it all the way in. I'm just going to put it up here right now. I don't even know why I'm holding a mirror. Like, I already have this to see what I'm doing. And yeah, this is a little too dark, but we can always lighten it up, so it's not going to be a big deal. But this is what it's looking like so far. Not too bad. Yeah, I really think this is going to be a little too dark, but as I said, the color story, we don't really have much to work with, so we're just going to have to go for it. And if you're just joining and you want to see the color story, this is the color story that we're working with for the palette bingo. So yeah, we don't really have any lighter shades except for that terracotta, and it's just mostly a neutral shade, so I'm just kind of going with it. It's just trust the process type of deal. That's what it is today. But I don't mind. I really love palette bingos. I really don't do them on camera, but I really just wanted to take you guys on this journey. It is a prompt for Instagram. And I thought, you know, maybe let's do a live. I haven't done a live for a while, and I really enjoy doing lives. Yeah, this is looking a little funky, but remember, trust the process. So we're going to go ahead and actually go into this burgundy now. We're going to put that on the outer corner right here. As I said, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just hoping this turns out good. And as I said, I didn't do my base makeup in case this really turns south and we really have to redo it. I don't want to redo it because I feel like that's cheating. But, you know, sometimes things happen. So I'm just going to put it right here. This isn't actually looking too bad. You know what? This is bearable. This is bearable for me. Definitely bearable. Okay, yep. It's pretty good in my opinion. Not too bad considering the color story we got. So I'm basically just packing it, and then I blend like this. And then I blend a little bit. There we go. It's not looking too bad. I think I might need to use a different brush. I don't feel like this one is really working for this side. But that's okay. We will work with it anyways. And I just want to thank everybody who has joined, who has left a like. I really appreciate it. So yeah. Okay, so this is looking definitely something else. It's looking muddy, but as I said, just trust the process. That's what it's going to have to be. And if you just joined, this is what the color story looks like. And you can always go back and rewatch this video. It is going to be on my YouTube. I will go ahead and upload it on there. So yes, but not looking too bad. Definitely something I don't usually do. Go ahead and put my hair back just a little bit so that way I can really see what I'm doing. Okay, yeah. It's not looking the worst I've ever had. I've had some pretty bad color stories and eye makeup that I actually literally had to take it off. But, you know, it is what it is. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just blend this with a blending brush. And we're going to see if that helps a little bit. So, basically, the mattes are all dark. And they're not really something that really goes together. So, that's why it's looking a little funky. But I'm hoping the shimmers that we got, I hope those really like help this look out. And I think I'm just gonna blend it so that way it doesn't look too bad. I feel like with the blending, it definitely helps. We're gonna also blend that blue while we're at it. And I will do my base makeup after the look. I just decided to do it after because in case this goes south and I have to redo the whole entire look. And sometimes there's fallout and I don't like when there's fallout. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually just blend the blue also. I didn't decide to do that, but I'm deciding to do that now. Because I really don't know what I'm doing. Palette bingo is just palette bingo. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen until after everything. So yeah, it's trust the process type of deal. But it's not looking too bad. I will tell you that. It's not looking the worst I've ever had. I've had some pretty bad makeup looks, so it's not looking the worst right now. I will tell you that. But it's definitely looking like something else. Okay. So if you're just joining in, this is the color story. I'm not so sure what to do next. I'm like completely lost right now. I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and actually go back into that burgundy that we just went into. And I might just deepen that up a little bit. We will see. I think if I deepen it up, maybe it will look a little less muddy. I'm not so sure. I'm hoping it does, but we don't know for sure what's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of just like, I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't, if I'm gonna be honest here. It's not looking the worst. It really isn't looking the worst, but it's not looking the best either. So I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to not make it look muddy. That's what I'm trying to do right now. So yeah. Thank you for everybody who has joined. If you want to leave a like, totally leave a like. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. Totally up to you. If you don't, you don't. That is okay with me. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. Okay, it's not looking bad. It's not looking too bad. I will definitely have to blend. So I'm going to go ahead and blend a little bit. We will see where it goes next with this blending. And I might actually do the blue again, but I will go ahead and lighten it up with that crease shade that we had, that transition shade that we had. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because this is definitely something else. So if you just joined, this is what the color story I'm working with. So if you don't know what palette bingo is, basically it's you using a palette. So what I'm using it's a mood palette from ColourPop. And basically you just do a random number generator and you just choose the colors that the number does and you just have to make a look with it. And sometimes the colors come out good, sometimes the colors come out not the best. And as I said, this is not the worst color story I've ever done, but I was hoping to have a little bit more color. But as I said, it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and actually go back into that blue that we used the first time. I'm going to tap it off my brush so that way it's not too pigmented. I will definitely lighten it up with that transition shade, but I just want to have a little bit more blue so that way we can see it. And this is definitely going to be trust the process type of deal. Let me tell you that for sure. It's not going to be easy right now, but we can do it. I believe in myself. Okay, let's go back in with that blue. This is just really dark. This is not, I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. Let me know down in the comments how you're feeling about this, because I don't know for sure how I'm feeling about this. Yeah, I'm not so sure. It is what it is. That's just, you know, the perks of doing palette bingo. Yeah, I think, actually, I don't think we're going to have to lighten it up, to be honest. I think we're okay with how it looks right now. So let me go ahead and do my lower lash line. I don't know for sure what color I'm going to go into. If you're just joining, oh, this is the color story that we're doing right here. We're working with what we got right now. And I'm going to be doing my lower lash line, so I'm going to go ahead and pick out a brush for that. I'm going to be using this little pencil brush right here. I like these when I do my lower lash line because it really works well. So I might actually be doing a gradient just like how I did this. I think that's going to have to be the best that we have just because of the color story. It's not looking too hot, but it is what it is. I'm hoping that it turns out really nice. I'm really hoping that. But I don't know for sure if it's going to turn out nice. Not looking too bad right now. I'm going to be honest with you. Not too bad. Definitely could look better. But I don't mind it too much. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do the gradient. So we're going to go ahead and go back in with that blue. We're going to just blend it a little bit like this. So yeah, this is definitely a darker color story than I really do, but you know, I don't mind. I really don't. So yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. Yeah, we're gonna have to blend definitely the lower lash line because this is making me look like a raccoon, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my hair on the side like this. So that way I can really focus on this look. Because this look is looking like something else. And thank you for everyone who has joined. I appreciate it. This is the color story that we're working with right here. Yeah, it's not the best color story, but it's not the worst. We're working with what we got. I don't really feel like having to redo this because I feel like that's cheating. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. It really isn't looking too bad, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's turning out a lot better than I thought it was going to turn out. Okay, so let's see what else we should do. So we got the matte down for the most part. Okay, I really don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, we're going to try something, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know what? It's okay. It is okay. Yeah, okay, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually spray my brush so that way I don't get any fallout. I want this look to be very impactful. So I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, spray my brush. Let me go ahead and find the brush that I use. And we're gonna go ahead and go into that color. If I remember what color it was. Yeah. Okay, it's Dream On. So we're gonna go ahead and go into Dream On. And I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I really don't. This is just trust the process, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my brush so that way it is more of an impactful type of shimmer. Hey, you're so pretty. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, BB Computer. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is a palette bingo, so we're gonna see how it actually goes. So I'm doing the shimmer now. And you just joined. This is what the color story we're working with. Sorry, my name is Bianca. Okay, no, I'm sorry about that. I really love the name Bianca, by the way. That was a very pretty name, by the way. So we're just doing the shimmer. I really don't know what we're doing right now. I'm just trusting the process. So yes, thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, this is what it, you know what? I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's too bad. I've had worse. So yeah, I've definitely had worse before. But not looking too bad. Yeah, I don't think it's really looking too bad. Let me know down in the comments how you think about this. It is a palette bingo, so with palette bingos, yes, I do have a TikTok. It is ALENABEAUTYLIFE. I will go ahead and link it down below after this video because I will be showing this video on my YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and upload it so that way you can rewatch it in case you missed anything. Very pretty. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, do the other eye. We're just gonna see where this takes us. I don't really know where it's gonna take us. Just Lynn. Love Zito cats. Hi. Hi. Ooh, I love cats too. Cats are my favorite animals. I have a cat. Her name is Mila. She's technically my brother's cat, but she's also my cat. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Wow, you're so pretty. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are so nice on here. You don't need makeup, by the way. Thank you. You know what? That's what my husband says also. I actually don't really wear makeup outside of my content creating. So basically the makeup is just for content creating and it's for art. It's just something relaxing that I like to do. But I'm being for serious. Like if I go out on a date, if I go out just to go out, I don't wear makeup. I just stick with my, my natural looks. Because I think I am pretty. Now, makeup is just an art. For me, it's not much of me just trying to look beautiful. And I know some people are like, oh, okay, you shouldn't wear makeup, blah, blah, blah. It's an art for me. Okay, because you're pretty without and with makeup. Thank you. With and without makeup. My apologies. Thank you. That is very nice of you. So yeah, I'm trying to get this very, very impactful. How old are you, if you want to say? I'm about to be 24 this Sunday. My birthday is this Sunday. No problem. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be 24. I can't believe I'm gonna be 24. Like, people say I look really young. I'm 13. Well, that's cool. So you're a teen. That's nice. I remember when I was 13. I was in 6th grade when I was 13. 13 was not bad for me. I think 13 was actually probably one of my better teens. Like, when I got 16 to whatever, I felt like, I felt like more of an adult. And when you're an adult, you really don't want to be an adult. Please just, I don't know how to say this. Just be the kid. Be a kid. Don't wish to be an adult, okay? Live your life as a kid before you're an adult. Because trust me, adulting is a lot harder than you think. I thought you were at least 16 law. Yeah, people think I'm a little younger. I live in Belgium, but in Syria? I'm not so sure how you say that. But I do know where Belgium is. My husband is actually from Bangladesh. So, yeah. I'm from America. Well, I'm technically from Europe because I was adopted, but I am living here in America. Okay, and this is what the color story is. So I'm thinking what we're going to go ahead and do is go into this blue now. And go ahead and see how that works. Go ahead and spray my brush. So that way we have a little bit more impactful. OMG, can you speak Netherlands? No, I cannot. I was 2.5 when I was adopted, so I don't really have I'm not fluent in any type of language other than American and Bengali. So yeah, but I'm hoping to learn new languages. I really want to live in Sweden when we get the time, or at least travel to Sweden. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I really love to learn new languages. I learned my husband's language. Now, I'm not the best at his language. May I ask a question? Yeah, totally. Can totally ask a question. I'm an open book. All I ask is that it should be appropriate. That's all I ask. So yeah, you can totally ask. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. I don't think this looks too bad, if I'm gonna be honest. Now we did get a little bit of shimmer right there, but just go ahead, wipe that off. I'm gonna go ahead and go in the blue with the other eye. So yeah, not looking too bad. I speak Syria and Netherlands, French a little, English. Okay. I I wanted to take French, but I never did. I was a dancer, so I know a little bit of French, but nothing that I can actually speak in a full sentence. Do you like rabbits or bunnies? Yes, I do. I think they're very adorable. Do I own any? No, but I do like them. I wanted a rabbit when I was young, like really young, but I never got the chance to have one, but it's okay. The reason why I asked is because I have two. Oh, that's so cute. That's so awesome. Do you have a husband? Yes, I do have a husband. We got married last year in October. So yeah. And he's the best thing ever. I'm so glad I met him. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. Not too bad. Yeah, and it's definitely coming together. I can tell you that for sure. I'm Muslim. Okay, so we live in a part of Michigan where a lot of people are from Bangladesh, and so a lot of people here are Muslims. Like, we live in a house, but we live upstairs. It's our landlord's house. So downstairs he's Muslim, but my husband and I are Hindu. But for me, I don't really have a religion. I just believe in God, and that's basically it. I don't really have a specific religion, but my husband is Hindu. But I don't really, like I said, I don't really have a religion. Loving it so far, and congrats on your husband. Thank you. And thank you for the loving it so far. I really didn't know for sure how this was going to look. But we're going to go ahead and go into the last color, this one, to go into the inner corner. Go ahead. I select all but what is Hindu. Okay, so I don't really know how to explain it because, as I said, I don't really, worship it. I don't really know. I really don't know. You're just going to maybe have to look it up. Because if I'm going to be honest, I really don't know how to tell you. Like, my husband, he knows. But I really don't. I think I don't really know. It's something different than Muslim, I can tell you that. But I do know what Muslim also is, the religion. Just sub to you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will definitely check out your channel. I'll check out both of you guys' channels. I love supporting everybody who supports me. So yeah. This is what it's looking like. So yeah, I went in the inner corner with this shade right here so we can lighten it up a little bit. I'm thinking I'm actually going to go ahead and move it up also. Yeah, we'll move it up. Maybe that will make the look come together. As I said, this is a palette bingo, so you really don't know what's going to happen. You just kind of have to trust the process. And it's actually not looking too bad. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. I'm going to actually put this down lower also. So yes. I got to do something about this, though. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me find my brush. I don't know how I really feel about this because this is not blending as I wanted it to. Oh, I don't post, sorry, but I'm going to post on TikTok soon. Okay, that's cool. Let me know what your TikTok is so I can check that out. I do have TikTok. I have Instagram also. I don't really use my TikTok that much. That's the least platform I use out of all my platforms I have. But I do use it, just not as often. Okay, so we are blending, so that is actually coming together. And I'm really, really happy about that. Because I wasn't so sure for sure. But it's coming together. And this is a prompt for Instagram, so I will be showing this look on my Instagram. And I will go ahead and link that down below after this video. I'll be uploading it on my main channel. So you can go ahead and watch whatever you missed, and I will link my Instagram. And my Instagram is the same as my TikTok. So basically, I link my Instagram, and my TikTok is on Instagram. Like, the link is on Instagram, so you can, yeah, check it out there. Sure, let me check. I'll be back. May I also give you my Insta? Oh, yeah, totally. Totally do that. And I'll definitely write it down so I remember. Okay, but this is what it's looking like. Not too bad. Yeah, I think this definitely looks a lot better now than it did before. Yeah, and as I said, this is what we were working with. So let me see, like my lights, really. So this is what we're working, this is what we worked with, and this is what it came out to be. So not too bad. I actually really don't mind this, if I'm going to be honest with you. So yeah, this is the eye look. So let me go ahead, and now we're going to do my base. I didn't do my base at first because in case this went south, I didn't really want to have to redo this. You know, I feel like that's cheating. If you redo your palette bingo, then why did you do it in the first place? You know, it's to have fun. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go into my foundation. Go ahead and do that. And I'm using my e.l.f. foundation. It's a satin foundation. So, yeah. And let's see. Go ahead and get my sponge. No, don't like that sponge. I like this sponge better. So, yeah. I'm actually really liking this. Sorry, my Wi-Fi went off. Oh, no, it's fine. My Wi-Fi is actually off right now, so I'm using my LTE. Don't know why it's off. I don't ask questions anymore, you know. It goes on and off quite a bit. So we just, you know, we just work with what we have. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and dab it. Now, I don't use a lot of foundation. I'm not a person that likes to use a lot. I just like to cover up just a little bit. This is what it's looking like. As I said, I was going to do my base last. The eye look did not turn out too bad, so I felt like I could have. I have a question, but I don't know if you're going to like it. Please feel free to ask. All I ask is just for it to be appropriate. That's all I ask. I am an open book, but just be appropriate. So yeah. This is what it's looking like. Go ahead and go with my forehead. So yeah. Oh my goodness, the neighbors' music is so loud right now. What's appropriate? What's appropriate? So basically, like, don't be saying anything that would offend somebody or that's really rude or something that you wouldn't say to your parents, basically. Because I don't know how old you are. I don't remember if you said it, and if you did, I do apologize. That's what appropriate means. So basically something you would say to your parents. And if you won't say it to your parents, then you won't say it to, yeah. Don't say it to me. Oh, never mind. I'm Muslim. I'm 12. Okay, 12 is not bad. 12 is not bad at all. You're almost going to be a teenager, so. Yeah. And I do know Muslims are very strict on their religion. So I know that it is hard to understand what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. Trust me. There's a lot of rules. But as I said, I just believe in God. That's basically it. I don't really have a set religion. So yeah. Okay, this is what the base is looking like. Okay, not looking too bad. Let's go ahead and go into my concealer next. And I'm using my ColourPop concealer. Israel or Palestinians don't need to answer, but I respect what you say. Okay. Yeah. I did know a guy that was Muslim in my time. And he did have a lot of strict rules. Let's just say that. But I don't talk to that person anymore. So, yeah. And I'm just covering up my concealer so that way my baggy eyes don't show too much. And I'm hoping this looks good, because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't look good. I'm going to be honest with you. But it's not looking too bad. Yeah. It's not looking too bad. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara now. I'm using my Fenty mascara. What do you do when nobody is here? Okay, so my husband actually works. I'm basically here on my own 8 to 4. And I'm just a content creator, so that is my job. I do YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. So that's what I do. I just create my content that I gotta do, and then when my husband comes home, we do whatever we need to do. So yeah, I'm basically alone all the time. But I don't mind it, I guess. I mean, yeah, sometimes it gets lonely. I will tell you that. But he works really hard, so I totally understand. So yeah, that's what I do. Because it's just him and I. So it's so pretty. Thank you. Thank you for joining back. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is what the look turned out to be. Now I'm putting on mascara. I don't do falsies though. I don't do false eyelashes. Those I don't really like. Is it okay that I leave, but I'll come back? I need to help my mom. No, it's okay. You can totally leave. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here for. Usually my lives are only an hour long. But if you have to leave, totally leave. That is fine with me. I just appreciate you being here in the first place. So yeah. But it was really nice chatting with you. So yeah. Life happens, you know? Life happens for me. You know, we may never know what happens. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Okay, that's totally cool with me. Bye. Okay, thank you, bye. Thank you. No, thank you. I really appreciate it. I know this live was just kind of random, but it's all good. I will be uploading this to my channel anyways, so if whoever wants to watch it can watch it then. That wasn't here on the live. And I'm going to try to do more lives. By the way, your makeup looks so pretty. Thank you. Yeah, you have a wonderful day. If you can't come back, that is totally fine, but I just want to thank you again. So yeah. But this is what it's looking like. Yeah, not too bad. I don't mind it at all. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. Okay, let me go ahead and conceal my nose a little bit to get some red spots out. So yeah, because I do have some blemishes that I don't really like. And if you don't know what blemishes are, because you guys are a little bit younger, it's basically just like these red spots right here. That's basically what it is. So yeah, so you can learn a lot also. It's nice that you guys are watching somebody a little older. I mean, if you watch somebody younger too, that's perfectly fine. I do also. But when you watch somebody older, you can always learn new things also. So yeah, not looking too bad. I don't do my eyebrows either. I'm not the best at them. Okay, let me go ahead and do my lips next. I gotta go get my lip products. Like, ooh. I have a whole bin full of lip products, so that's fun. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do a neutral lip, considering this is colorful but grungy, and I don't really want to mess up the look. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go into a neutral lip. I don't know which one yet. Quite a bit of neutral colors. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and go into this ColourPop one. I used a lot of ColourPop products today. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is perfect for the look. Definitely neutral. Yeah. looks perfect for the look. I don't know, should I do highlighter and bronzer? I'm not so sure. I don't want to go like all out, but if you guys want me to go all out, I totally will. Let me know down in the comments, because otherwise this is what it does look like. This would be the finished look. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Let's see what else we can do. Maybe, oh, I'll do some highlighter. I will tell you that. I do like a good highlighter. So we'll go ahead and do that, I guess. I don't really need to bronze my face right now. Not much of a must. And I'm going in with another ColourPop. It's the Barbie X collab. Yeah, I'm using a lot of ColourPop products in this video. I really love ColourPop, so that's why. I have quite a bit of their things. That is one of my favorite brands. Other than like indie brands, this is ColourPop's my favorite mainstream brand. Let's just say that. Yeah, I'm just putting on some highlighter. Oh yeah, I love a good highlighter. I'm like a highlighter person. I just could put it all over my face if I wanted to. So yeah. Yeah, this is what it's looking like. Not too bad. And I do put some on my nose. Just to have, you know, a little sparkle right there. So basically, this is what it would be. I do usually do bronzers and blushes, but that's only when I'm filming my YouTube videos. But for now, I think this is gonna be the final look. Yeah, I think this is what it's gonna be. And this was the color story that we were working with. And I think it actually turned out not too bad. It was definitely trust the process type of deal. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and look it into my mirror to see if it actually looks good. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This actually doesn't look too bad. Holy cow. I'm actually surprised at this. I'm actually really surprised that it looks actually not that bad. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody who has joined the live. I will go ahead and upload this on my channel so you can go ahead and rewatch it, whatever parts you missed. I just want to thank everybody who was joined in this live, whoever liked. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't, you don't. It's all good with me. But I will be back with a lot more makeup and beauty content. I will try to do a little bit more lives when I can. But you guys, till then, you guys stay healthy, stay safe, and stay beautiful. Bye.